Good morning and welcome to Talking Bayside Business. I'm your host, Rebecca Matthews. I'm the transformation coach and the founder of the Mind and Body Co. Talking Bayside Business is an interview series where I get to introduce you to lots of our fantastic local businesses in the Bayside area, and more importantly, give you an opportunity to really get to know the people behind the businesses. And today I'm really excited to introduce you to and welcome Amber Simpson from Investment Zone. So thanks for joining me, Amber.
Thank you so much for the invitation. Yeah,
it's great to have you on. So can you tell me a little bit about Investment Zone for those in the community that maybe haven't heard about it yet? What is Investment Zone and what do you do?
We are financial planners. We're very passionate about working with local members in the community, be it young families looking to buy their first home, small business owners, professionals. We really help quite a broad range of the community here, and we help them with everything from navigating through difficult debt positions, setting their first budget, starting a savings plan, managing what investments that they may already have. And I think one area that brings a lot of joy is helping women particularly that have found themselves recently independent is the term we're using. They may be widowed, they may be separated or divorced, and suddenly they're making some really big decisions that they've just not had to make before on their own, and it's really, really empowering, giving them the information, the education and the confidence to make some of these decisions for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you a little bit, Amber, and I know that particularly that the women in the community and exactly what we've just touched on is really a really important passion piece for you. So we'll discuss that a little bit more going on. But what was it about this industry and this kind of work that excited you and made you move into this space?
I think from a young age, I've always known I wanted to help people. And it was just a matter of finding my path, my passion. When I was 14, I remember reading a book, and I was trying to think of the name of it before it was too long ago, unfortunately. I read a book that was written by a child psychologist, and they were talking about it wasn't a novel, it was a non-fiction book, and they were talking about underprivileged kids that were set in America and how they made differences in these teenagers' lives, if you like, help them, put them on the right path. And it really resonated, and I thought, that's what I want to do. I want to help people. And it was my stepmother actually that said, oh, your personality is too outgoing, and you're too empathetic. You're going to get drawn into the negativity of these situations. There are so many other ways that you can help people. Just find a way that you can do it in a positive sense. So it was, I think I was about 19. I fell into mortgage broking. I was able to help people with debt consolidation, removing some pain points, if you like, and that was rewarding and I enjoyed it. But I realised that there was still more. I wasn't doing enough. I still wasn't where I wanted to be, and it wasn't until I met a female financial planner a few years later and I saw the breadth and the depth of what she did, and I thought, no, that's what I want to do.
Absolutely.
And that the journey started, and so I tell myself now that I'm living the dream. It took a while, but here I am.
Well, all good dreams are worth the wait and worth the work. So, can you tell me a little bit about what you think makes Investment Zone special and unique in the market?
It's really our tailored approach. We don't have a one-size-fits-all approach. You go into a bank-aligned planner, for example, you're going to walk out with something that's got that brand on it. That's not how we operate. We're very much about the advice, about the strategy, less so about the product and what brand you're seeing at the top of the statement. That's really secondary to what we do. A big focus for us, and this is where our passion comes from, it's about education, it's about empowerment, it's about building confidence, it's about helping clients make their own decisions, feeling more informed about what they want to achieve and the different ways that they can go about achieving that, and then just sitting with them and getting the whiteboard texters out and start doing some mapping and some goal setting, and then we'll come in and give them, okay, these are the things you need to really think about, and just seeing them getting excited about what they're doing. And
And you do get excited about it because, you know, I've seen the way you get passionate about the way you're helping your clients.
Yes.
And, you know, anyone that's been to Investment Zone knows that if you've got an appointment, you walk in the door, there's a welcome sign with your name on it on the desk. It's a very tailored, personalized approach.
Exactly. It's all the little things. It's having a beverage menu. It's about having a chocolate coated Oreo is what we have at the moment. Sometimes it's Tim Tams, but it's about the biscuits, the coffee, the welcome sign. Everything is, like I said, everything is tailored and personalised, and we take pride in what we do.
Fantastic. What do you think is the main misconceptions either about Investment Zone or the industry in general?
Well, I think this is a misconception across the industry, and so it impacts us. It really comes down to, I don't have enough money to see a financial planner. It's not about what you have. Half of what we do is working with what you have. The other half of what we do is creating something. It's saving your first $1,000, saving your first $5,000, $10,000. Okay, what do I do with it now? It's as much about your foundation piece, so your budgeting and your income needs, and making sure you're meeting those, as well as setting you up for retirement. Financial planning is not just for people who are retired. It's not just for people with lots of money.
Absolutely. And it's about making what you do have work for you rather than just sitting in an account where, you know, unfortunately it often just whistles away and disappears into thin air.
It is. We often talk about the Manly Marina and the millions of dollars of yachts and catamarans and so on sitting in the Manly Harbour. They're just, think of them as lazy money sitting in a bank account. They're sitting there, they're bobbing in the water, and they are doing nothing. Yeah. It takes skill to take them out, to navigate the course, set the course, and you know, skip it through. And that's where we come into the picture, if you like, is helping people to not only set the course for where they'd like to go, but help them to tack to the conditions.
Yeah, I love it. Metaphor, so I love that.
We do, and if you come in, you'll see, you know, there's sailing boats throughout the office. It's not because we're avid sailors; it's because of that metaphor. It's the understanding.
And it's so poignant to this market. We've all driven past those marinas and gone, look at all those boats. Yeah. So that's a fantastic one. What do you think is this? This is a two-part question for you. What do you think are the most challenging and, on the flip side, the most rewarding parts about being a Bayside business?
I don't know that there are necessarily challenges for us. I think we turn those challenges into opportunities. For us, there is a smaller client base we can tap into, if you like, where, you know, in the city, you've essentially got the entirety of Brisbane that you can tap into. That's not necessarily the space we want to play in. We are really about supporting local residents as well as businesses. It's all about the community. Brad and myself are both heavily involved in smaller community projects. We support the local businesses, the cafe next door. I'm there every day. They make good coffee. For us, it's not a challenge. It suits our approach. It suits the tailored. People like to go local because they like to be a person. They like to be remembered. They like to be treated, you know, a little bit special. The minute you go into town, you're just another person in a concrete tower. And you're a number, and you know, people like to just be able to pick up the phone and say, hey, how you going? And anyone in this office will know who you are and where you're at and what they might be able to help you with.
Yeah, I love that.
It's to us it's a benefit.
Yeah, perfect. What are your hopes and dreams and your goals? I know you and Brad have been working on all sorts of plans for the next year. What are the main goals for Investment Zone over the next year?
For us, Brad's been on a big growth journey certainly the last 2 or 3 years. So I've joined the team to take the next step, if you like, in that growth trajectory. So it's about ingraining me in the local community here and getting in front of more people. I think helping. At the end of the day, that's what we do. We help people. So it's about getting in front of more people and talking about what we do and how we can help and help smash some of those misconceptions about, financial planning and who it's for. So
absolutely. And at the end, we might let people in on a little event coming up in May that you and I are working together on.
Yes.
But we'll save that till the end. So, I mean, we've all really watched how this whole area, the whole Bayside area, I mean, you could argue globally, things have changed. The last year has been, really challenging for so many people, but there have been lots of opportunities and lots of really amazing things that have come out of this last 12 months as well. What have you noticed have been the most significant changes in the local area that you've noticed over the last 12 months?
The fairy lights on Bay Terrace. I really like those. Several times I've still been in the office at a time when they are on, and it is quite nice. I often drive past some of the new wine bars that are in town here as well. And I just think, got to organise something with the team, I think, or a client event perhaps at one of those on a Friday night. I've actually heard that they're going to be extending those lights down Edith Street down towards the water. So it's transforming Wynnum from a business district into a dual purpose zone, which I think is great.
And it's funny, isn't it, how little details like those lights, because I have to say I love them as well. And it's the little things like that make you want to come hang out, grab an ice cream
after work
and walk through town.
Yes.
It's the little eateries and the wine bars, like you say, that are staying open a little bit later. And giving people a reason to come in and eat and drink and be social and kind of hang out in the, like you said, what was the business hub, and it now becomes a real sense of community, which is awesome. What would you like to see happen in the next 12 months?
Definitely more of what's been happening. So, more of the fairy lights, more of the transformative stuff. So there are a number of businesses that call Bay Terrace home, if you like, and that's important. But I think it's great to see more of the entertainment things coming through. We've got the cinema opening soon, some new wine bars, some more restaurants, more more reasons to stay in town after work, catch up with friends and do things locally. So we're not going into the valley, or we're not going into town for these things. We can do them closer to home.
Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that. And the more time people spend locally, the more they notice some of the businesses and the shops and the things that are available, and they start to support more people locally. So it just has a roll-on effect, which I love. Before we wrap up, I always love to ask people what are their favorite local spots. So when you're taking a lunch break, or you've decided to hang out in the area in town after work, or maybe on the weekend, where do you go, like to picnic, or where do you like to go and eat? You've mentioned the cafe next door for coffee. Where are your favorite places?
It would have to be Tolerance. Cuisine next door, little cafe next door. They are named such because they offer food choices that I've just not seen any other business do. It's really unique. Their menu is designed for people with food tolerance, or food intolerances, I should say. It's not a tolerance, it's an intolerance. Everything on their menu can be adapted to suit a vegan, a celiac, like myself, or someone that has dairy-free preferences, or they're following a keto diet. So to go to an eatery and have such a diverse selection of food on the menu is such a treat. It's very exciting.
And
very exciting.
Not as common as you would think it should be by the
It's not. Usually I have a choice of 2 or 3 things. So to have a complete menu to choose from is a very rare treat, and it's very exciting.
Fantastic. Well, before we go, I do want to just give a little shout out to the workshop you and I will be running in May. I know I'm putting you on the spot, but would you like to share just a snippet of what that's going to be about?
It's really about, it's coming back to our shared passion around empowering independent women. It's about giving them strategies, highlighting some of the issues that we see that these women are facing: lack of superannuation, lower wage growth, organic career development, all these sort of barriers, if you like, bringing them to mind, helping you understand there are ways through it. Yeah. There's strategies you can do, there's mindsets you can change, and together hopefully we can help people see that, just give them a little boost, a little nudge that there's so much more they could be doing, that they're not really working to their own capabilities.
Absolutely. So a little shout out to the women in the community. Amber and I will be running this at the Yacht Club in May. It's going to be a lunchtime event. So if you would like to find out more, you can either connect with Amber or myself, and we will give you all the details. It's going to be an awesome event. Yes. And before we run away, that's our little pitch. Before we run away, do you have any final thoughts or anything you wanted to share before we go? I will be putting all of your contact details and all that kind of information in the text attached to the video, but do you have any parting words you'd like to share?
We offer a no obligation initial consult, so don't be afraid to pick up the phone and we can have a chat. You don't need to commit to an appointment if you're not comfortable or you don't feel you're ready. Just give us a call, have a chat. We'll let you know if we think we can help. If we think we can't, we'll be very quick to tell you.
Absolutely. I love that. And thank you so much for joining me, Amber. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. And I do hope that it's made some people in our audience and in our community really think and consider, maybe I don't have what I want. Maybe I should talk to Amber. Maybe I already have a nest egg, but it's not working for me. Maybe I should talk to Amber. And there are lots of reasons to come and see you, and certainly have that obligation-free chat and decide if that's the right course of action. So we'll leave it there for today, and I hope people reach out, and at the very least they've learned a little bit more about you and Investment Zone today. So
thank you.
Bye for now.
Thank you.